And here's a little preview of what you will discover in today's video to protect your knees. Robert's MRI showed classic sarcopenia, reduced muscle cross-sectional area, fat infiltration between muscle fibers, weakened muscle architecture, and the other man's MRI looked dramatically different. Dense muscle tissue, clear boundaries, preserved size, similar to someone a decade younger. Stay until the end of the video because at the end I always share my golden nugget tip, something that can accelerate your progress. I'm Coach Daria. I'm certified personal trainer specialized in working with seniors like you. Let's see how I can help you protect your knees. Most people think decline happens suddenly. It doesn't. It accumulates quietly over decades, while life still feels normal, like everything is fine. At 74, Robert looked fine. If you pass him on the street, you wouldn't think anything was wrong. But Robert had started making small adjustments in his life. He started to avoid low chairs. He chose routes with fewer curbs. He slowed down without realizing why. And his knees didn't hurt. They just didn't feel trustworthy anymore. And then at the same clinic, another man, also 74, walked past him with ease. Confident stride, upright posture, no hesitation. Same age, but different presence. Both men eventually underwent MRI imaging as part of research project examining aging and muscle health. And when doctors compared the scans, the explanation became clear. Robert's MRI showed classic sarcopenia, reduced muscle cross-sectional area, fat infiltration between muscle fibers, weakened muscle architecture, and the other man's MRI looked dramatically different. Dense muscle tissue, clear boundaries, preserved size, similar to someone a decade younger. This wasn't genetics. It was a behavior repeated over time. Muscle is adaptable tissue. If you don't use them, you lose them. If it's challenged, it stays. If it's not, it shrinks. And how do we do this? By using them and applying progressive overload. Progressive overload is simply the process of giving muscle a reason to remain functional. It's not extreme stress, not exhaustion, just slightly more demand than before. Without that signal, the body relocates resources away from the muscle. It's efficient but costly. Muscle uses energy, and then body wants to preserve energy. So muscle loss doesn't just reduce strength, it increases joint load because there aren't muscles to support your joints. If you're interested in senior fitness, down in the description box I have my newsletter and I send the latest news about fitness and strength training to all my senior subscribers. It slows balance reactions, it reduces confidence, and then fear creeps in quietly, and then fear will reduce your movement. And then reduced movement accelerates decline. And this is why sarcopenia affects health span more than lifespan. People don't just live shorter lives, they are still alive. My grandma was alive for almost 90 years, but the last 5, she was in bed. These lives are not big lives anymore. The last 5 years, you have a smaller life. If you want to book a call with me to talk about your fitness journey, and if you have any questions about strength training, I'm happy to help. You can book down in the description below. You can book me, and I would love to meet you and talk to you about any fitness challenges you have. Robert didn't wake up one day feeling frail. He adapted to weakness gradually. He compensated. And compensation hides problems until it can't do it anymore. The other man had done something different. Twice a week, for years, he challenged his muscles. Nothing extreme, resistance bands, weights he could control, 5 pounds, progression that respected joints. If you're interested in senior fitness and becoming stronger and more capable, press that subscribe button and become my subscriber. He gave his body a reason to maintain muscle, and his body listened. These MRI images make this impossible to ignore. They show what decades of decisions look like beneath the skin. But the hopeful part, the body doesn't stop adapting at certain age. Research shows older adults can improve muscle strength and coordination and even muscle quality well into later decades. But only if the signal is there. I'm telling you, I have clients who are older than 80 and they're still getting stronger. Progressive overload doesn't mean lifting heavier every week. It just means maybe more repetitions, or maybe slower tempo, or better control, or slightly more challenge than last time. Muscle doesn't care how you create the stimulus. It only cares that the stimulus exists. Health span is not about avoiding effort. It's about choosing the right effort, standing up confidently, recovering balance when you trip, trusting your legs again. So Robert eventually began strength training. Of course, that's why I'm here. Not to look different, to feel safe in his body again. And he didn't change overnight. That's why I tell you, even my program is 12 weeks. But over time, the hesitation faded and the fear eased and his body remembered what it was capable of. And that's what strength does. It restores trust in yourself. And now my golden nugget tip. I have my Forever Fit transformation program. It's a 12-week program. Down in the description box below or here, a QR code that you can scan with your camera and then go to that link. You will get scheduled workouts, you will get nutrition help with suggested meals, you will build new habits. So check it out down here in the description box or here a QR code, and I hope I'll see you in the program. The nugget tip: for many seniors, the safest progression is increasing training frequency before intensity. More frequent, moderate sessions improve muscle quality and coordination before resistance ever needs to increase. So instead of 2 times a week, you can start 3 times a week then. So that's your progressive overload. And then maybe 4 times a week, just 20 minutes a day. That's gonna be enough. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you got inspired. Share it with a friend who needs to watch this. And if you want to discover more, I have videos right here. Go check them out.